men shouting, "Lock the door, Carl!" We don't need any witnesses. This is your first encounter. Tell me what you want to do or say. For example, you can say, "I tell Crowd to pound sand," or "Buffy moves over to the campfire." Or just speak as your character. If you say, "Not so fast, Carl," I will assume you are talking to the bandits. You can also click on things in the room or click a cell on the battle grid to bring up a menu of actions and movement options.
Bruh. Okay. Buffy walks over to the fire, puts her hands towards it, trying to keep warm. Looking over at the group, she looks them over up and down, and then looks at her group and sneers.
Buffy steps toward the warmth of the fire, her movements smooth and deliberate as she extends her hands to the flames, though her gaze remains sharp, fixated on the rough men gathered there. She looks the bandits up and down, then turns to Spike, Willow, Angel, and Giles with a calculated sneer of her own. You see the tension rising, and Crag's hand drifts toward the hilt of his weapon, his eyes narrowing as he watches Buffy's every move. The air in the chamber has grown heavy and still, save for the crackle of the fire and the occasional shift of shifting sand from outside. This is your first encounter. Tell me what you want to do or say. For example, you can say, "I tell Kra to pound sand," or "Angel moves over to the stone pillar," or just speak as your character. If you say, "Not so fast, Carl."
Angel knocks an arrow into his bow, looking over at the group. As he pulls back, making the bow taut, Buffy threatens the group of ruffians, telling them to either leave or suffer consequence.
Angel's movements are practiced and silent, his longbow bending into a deadly arc as he sights the bandits. Buffy steps forward, her voice echoing off the ancient stone, ringing with authority and cold steel. "Leave now, and you might keep your skins," she declares, her hand resting firmly on the hilt of her blade, "or suffer the consequences of testing us." Crag's sneer deepens, and he bares his teeth, gripping his weapon as his men shift into defensive positions, clearly refusing to back down. The air between you is thick with the promise of violence. What would you like to do? You can order an attack, attempt to move closer to them, or have one of your other companions perform an action. You can also click on things in the room, or click a cell on the battle grid to bring up a menu of actions and movement options.
Angel releases an arrow that he had knocked into his bow, shooting towards the group, attempting to hit the main ruffian. As Buffy unsheaths her blade, prepared for combat, the rest of the group move forward into combative positions, prepared to fight.
As Angel releases his arrow, the air whistles and the bandits scramble, their expressions turning from mockery to lethal intent. The temple chamber shifts instantly from a standoff into a flurry of motion as weapons are drawn and battle cries ring out. The situation has escalated. We are now entering combat. This is your first combat. Would you like me to walk you through how it works step by step, or would you prefer to jump right in? Once you decide, please go ahead and use the initiative roll buttons that have appeared for each of your characters in the event feed. I will handle the bandits' rolls automatically, and we will begin the fight as soon as everyone has rolled.
The event feed is over on the right. Yep, you click that, and that will initiate combat.
Those are pretty dope rolls.
The dust-choked air of the temple hangs heavy as initiative is determined. It is a tense scramble, but Spike is the first to find his footing, his eyes locking onto the nearest threats with cold, practiced precision. It is now Spike's turn. This is your first combat. Would you like me to walk you through how it works step by step, or would you prefer to jump right in? If you prefer to jump in, just tell me what Spike wants to do. He has 2 action points available for this turn.
So you can move and then do an attack, or if he stays in the same place, you can attack twice, unless you use a spell, and then you can't. Now he's a rogue. So he's got a sling. So if you go over to one of the bandits and click on one of the bandits.
Yeah, so this one.
Well, like, all right. So you see,
Yeah,
the one that's in the front. That means he's in range. So you could go ahead and just fire your sling from there at him. So then just attack. Yep. Click it.
But not 20.
Spike snaps his
Nice.
sling with practiced ease, the stone whistling through the air with deadly momentum. The projectile connects with a sickening wet crack square against the temple of the bandit. The force of the critical hit is absolute, dropping the ruffian instantly to the stone floor, his life extinguished before he can even cry out. Spike still has one action point remaining this turn. Does that make sense to you, or do you have any questions about the combat flow so far? What would you like to do with your remaining action point?
So you could move him if you wanted, but you gotta just move and click where you want him to go. You don't have to don't click him. Yeah, like just click there,
Yeah, I got you.
and it'll pop up and say you can move him there.
Spike darts across the room to a new position, his eyes scanning the remaining bandits with a predator's intensity. It is now Willow's turn. Willow, you have 2 action points available. You can use them to move across the battlefield, cast one of your spells like Magic Bolt, or use your staff if you find yourself close enough to the fray. What would you like to do?
So, yep, go ahead and click on him, see if he's in. Yep, so you could use Magic Missile, or you could use,
Oh, I see. Incantation.
yeah.
Daily human to
Yeah, Magic Missile uses a mana, so that's like a first level spell, whereas the other one.
Willow raises a hand and channels raw, concentrated energy into a shimmering bolt of force. The magic missiles streak through the air with unerring accuracy, slamming into the bandit with the weight of a physical blow and shattering his defenses completely. The ruffian slumps over, his eyes glazing as he falls lifelessly to the stone. Willow still has 1 action point remaining. Does that make sense to you, or do you have any questions about the magic? What would you like to do with your remaining action point?
You're gonna continue to ask that? The AI? I do understand. I do understand what is going on, and I do understand how the mechanics work. I'm gonna move Willow down below the stairs.
It seems that area is blocked, Willow. Would you like to try moving Willow to a different spot, or would you prefer to pass her turn for now?
I see. Okay, because this is blocking her.
No,
You can't get through.
no, she was just not understanding. See, if it gives you the option. You should
Willow
do it.
gracefully steps back to the edge of the campfire,
There you go.
positioning herself defensively behind the central stone pillar. Just as she finds her footing, the aggressive tomb robber lunges toward Buffy, his blade whistling through the air as he closes the distance to engage her in close quarters combat. The bandit presses his assault, eager to take advantage of the chaos, forcing Buffy to brace herself against the unexpected rush. It is now Angel's turn. Angel, you have 2 action points available. You can use your bow to strike from a distance, or if you feel the need to control the field, you might consider using one of your ranger powers.
Angel will shoot a double arrows towards Y11, the ruffian.
I don't think he can do that, but he can shoot.
Angel pulls his bowstring back until it hums with tension.
Bullshit.
His eyes narrowed as he focuses on the aggressive bandit.
ranger.
The arrow whistles through the dim temple, finding its mark with a sharp, stinging impact against the robber's side. The ruffian winces in pain, staggering back, his health clearly failing as blood begins to seep from the wound. Angel still has 1 action point remaining. What would you
How
like
much
to do
is
next?
this? Because I would pay for this.
For $10 a month, you can do 750 turns. For $20 a month, it's something. It's more, and then there's one for like $30 a month. That's even more. Yeah, like I said, this is actually pretty good. I
It's
mean,
not bad at all.
I mean, it's definitely got some glitches. I did play a little bit longer, and you will run into some things, but nowhere near what some of the
Angel
other ones
shifts
are.
nimbly to the side, his keen eyes tracking the wounded bandit, even as he finds a perfect vantage point. It is now Buffy's turn. You stand at the heart of the fray, the aggressive tomb robber currently engaged with you. You have 2 action points available to spend this turn. You could use your short sword to attack him directly, Or perhaps try a specialized strike like Vex to set up a follow-up attack. What would you like to do, Buffy?
So since it's melee, she's got to get in range first.
I realize. I'm just looking. I think I can even convince it to move for me. If I say it right. Buffy screams out a wild war cry as she engages combat with Y11.
Buffy bellows a fierce war cry that cuts through the temple's stale air, her boots skidding across the stone as she charges forward to close the distance. She barrels into the aggressive tomb robber, her short sword flashing as she stands toe-to-toe with the bandit. Buffy still has one action point remaining this turn.
Buffy barrels down on Y11, engaging, swinging her short sword at the bandit.
Buffy lets out a fierce, ringing war cry and drives her short sword deep into the bandit's chest. Her blade strikes true, piercing through leather and flesh with relentless force. The impact sends a spray of crimson across the temple, dealing 9 points of damage. The aggressive bandit gasps, his knees buckling beneath him as the light fades from his eyes, falling limp and dead at Buffy's feet. It is now Giles' turn. Giles, you are up with 2 action points to spend. Crag, the group's leader, still stands near the back of the chamber. What would you like to do?
Giles needs to be a wizard. I should have changed their name. I should have changed Willow to Giles and Giles to Willow. You know?
Yeah. Or actually, probably Angel to the Paladin and...
Yeah.
I mean, Willow is a wizard, though.
Willow is a wizard.
Yeah. Giles would probably be
Giles
the Ranger.
is like... No, Giles to me is the Archomancer, or what do they call them? The ones who deal with, like, robots and shit. Artificer.
Artificer? Yeah, I don't think they have an Artificer, but...
He would be an Artificer, if anything, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He just has a longsword. What are his powers? Divine Smite. Okay, we can try the Divine Smite. Can I reach him with Divine Smite? So, click.
No, you gotta move. Which, you see how that area in blue is what you can move with 1 action
Giles
point?
advances steadily toward the center of
and
the
the other
camp,
one is 2?
his footsteps crunching on the stone floor. He stops near the campfire, his longsword held ready as he surveys Crag, the bandit leader, across the flickering flames. Giles still has 1 action point remaining. What would you like to do, Giles?
Can Giles Divine Smite the leader?
Crag is too far away for you to reach him for a melee strike, Giles. You still have 1 action point remaining. Would you like to move closer to him, use your remaining action point for something else, or perhaps pass your turn?
If you click on Giles, it'll give you some options, like you can hide.
I apologize if I wasn't clear, Giles.
Dodge.
Since you're still a bit too far away to strike Crag with your sword. Crag lashes out, closing the distance to Buffy as he readies his own weapon. Crag moves to position Y11. It is now your turn, Spike. This is your first combat. Would you like me to walk you through how it works step by step, or would you prefer to jump right in?
Simple range weapons, whips, gotcha. Classic rogue abilities.
Yep.
Spike will move into combat on the leader of the bad guys, and he will engage in combat by slinging his fling at the aggressor. Y11.
Spike dashes forward, closing the distance to the bandit leader with rogue-like speed. He slides into position beside Crag, his eyes locking onto the leader's scarred face. You have 1 action point.
Fling. Amazing.
Spike pivots on his heel, his hand snapping out with the sling. The stone projectile whistles through the air, catching the bandit leader right in the chest. Crag grunts as the heavy blow lands, leaving him visibly reeling and clutching his ribs. It is now your turn, Willow. You have 2 action points available to use this turn. You can use a power like Magic Bolt to attack Crag, or perhaps something else from your repertoire. What would you like to do?
Willow lifts up her staff, calling upon the powers of... What are wizards? Are wizards bound to something, or are they not bound to something?
No, they're not bound to anything.
They're not bound to anything? Okay. Willow would lift her staff, calling on the powers inside the she hat. I don't fucking know, dude.
You can
Shooting
just
magic missile.
Yeah, you can just say she shoots magic missile, and she'll
I
add
know,
all the
but
flair.
it's not as fun.
Oh.
It's not fun if I don't add some flair.
Willow's
it even
magic
uses
missile
what I
slam
say,
into
you know?
Crag,
Yeah.
the force of the blast throwing him backward until he collapses to the cold stone floor, lifeless. The temple falls silent. The bandits defeated, and the immediate threat neutralized. The party stands victorious. With the bandit leader fallen, you have successfully cleared the way. Remember to check your quest journal in the left sidebar to track your progress and see your current objectives. Crag's body lies nearby. It looks like he was carrying the key you need to unlock the main temple exit to the east. You should search his remains. What would you like to do next?
The party all goes, ooh, loot! And starts looting the bodies.
With the temple now quiet and the bandit leader dealt with, the ancient chamber feels almost serene, save for the crackling of the braziers. You have the temple key safely tucked away, and the way out, the heavy eastern door leading to Malor's Keep Road, is finally within your reach. What would you all like to do now? You could make your way to the exit. Take a moment to rest in this newfound safety. Or perhaps there is more to discover here in the ruins.
If you walk
The party
around,
will
there's
search the
4
ruins.
different rooms that you can search.
The temple remains silent as you search, but your efforts reveal nothing out of the ordinary. Just the crumbling stone and lingering shadows of the ruins. With the bandits defeated and the area thoroughly checked, the path forward is clear. The eastern door leading to Malor's Keep Road stands ready to be unlocked with the key you recovered. How would you like to proceed?
How do I move her into the room?
You gotta open the door.
Oh. Oh, shit. Buffy takes a headward dive into the bones, attempting to swim through them.
Buffy lunges forward, diving head first into the massive bone pile with a reckless, almost playful disregard for the unsettling nature of the remains. The clatter of brittle ribs and skulls fills the chamber as she navigates through the mass, scattering bones in every direction. It is a macabre sight, and the hollow sound of shifting bone echoing through the temple is rather chilling.
That's
You
so
find
good.
yourself buried in the middle of the pile.
Why is that so
surrounded
good?
by dusty, yellowed remnants. But there seems to be nothing of value hidden among them, just the discarded remains of some long-forgotten inhabitant. Are you quite all right in there, Buffy? What would you like to do next?
Buffy says, oh, everyone loves a ball pit, walks out of the bones and dusts herself off.
Buffy crawls out of the pile of bones, shaking off the dust and bits of brittle ribcage with a grin. Well, that was certainly a change of pace from the fighting. Though, I think I'll pass on the skeletal ball pit next time. She stands up, wipes the grit from her gleaming armor, and looks around the chamber. With the bandits gone and the temple searched, you are all still standing in the heart of the ruins. The eastern door leading to Malor's Keep Road is still locked, but you have the key. What would you and the rest of the party like to do now?
It's pretty intuitive, man.
It is.
It's not bad.
Yeah.
I mean, it even caught my joke.
Yeah.
Buffy, the flames from the brazier you just lit cast dancing shadows across the chamber, illuminating the rest of the temple. With the key to the eastern door now in your...
Yeah, I know about the key. I know about the eastern door. I don't care.
The door to the northwest chamber clicks open, revealing a dark, confined space beyond. With the rest of the temple illuminated by the lit brazier and the recent defeat of the tomb robbers,
Sure does repeat itself quite a bit.
It does. Especially right now while you're in the tutorial
you find a
part.
shimmering ankh necklace of aged bronze and a small, delicate ceremonial crown tucked away among the coins in the chest. They seem to be relics of some long-forgotten rites, perhaps holding value beyond their physical weight, with the temple's secrets yielding these treasures and the bandit threats silenced.
Buffy attempts to put the crown on her head.
Buffy takes the ornate ceremonial crown and with a flourish places it atop her head. It sits a bit loosely, but the golden circlet, though aged and tarnished, gives her a regal air even amidst the dust and cobwebs of the temple. She catches her reflection in the polished surface of her armor, striking a light-hearted pose for the rest of the group. What would you and the party like to do now? There are other chambers to explore, and the eastern exit back to the road remains locked, though you have the key to open it whenever you are ready.
If you right-click, you can slide the map.
Oh. Okay. Let's go this way.
Yeah, if you see the fire thing up there, so you could take an opportunity and basically do a long rest if you wanted.
Oh, here?
Yeah. To get your magic points back for Willow.
Gotcha. The party takes a long rest at the campfire.
The party wakes up feeling refreshed as the morning light, or at least the dim, steady glow of the braziers, filters through the ancient temple. The campfire has burnt down to glowing embers,
dude.
and the long rest has done you all a world of
bad.
good. The temple is quiet.
How many more
save
turns
for
do
the
I
faint,
have?
steady
Does it
sound
say
of
how
your own
many turns I
breathing.
have?
The eastern door leading out
Does
toward
eventually just
Mallore's
cut you
Keep
off?
Road remains locked, though you now have the key in your possession.
It shows up
And there
like
are
on the
still
right
several
side, I think,
unexplored
or left
side chambers throughout the temple ruins.
I don't
What is the
see it
party
on there.
planning to do next?
The party exits the chambers, heads towards the east ruin door, and exits the ruins. Ooh, it doesn't know what I'm telling you.
It's probably getting stuck on the fact that the door is locked.
Yeah, okay.
The heavy eastern door clicks and swings open with a low, grinding groan, revealing the path back toward the world outside.
The party moves through the door and exits the ruins.
You emerge from the cold, dusty air of the temple into the crisp, open night. The chalky dust of the road crunches beneath your boots, and the stars are brilliant overhead. Marking your arrival on Mallore's Keep Road, the temple stands behind you now, its dark entrance looming like a silent sentinel against the night sky. Haven lies to the southeast, and the road to Mallore's Keep stretches out into the dark forest to the northwest. You recall that old Tobias, the town crier at the old bridge in Haven, may have the information you need to get settled. Where shall the party turn their steps next?
This is super fun. Holy shit. This is crazy fun, dude. Like, I'm not even kidding. Oh my god, AI is amazing.
It is getting there.
Like, not bad. That was not bad. And it actually, like, listened to me.
Like I
Can I
said,
change this character? Can you change this character, or is it the same for you?
it was the same for me. Right now, I think when you start the campaign, you get to choose, and there's like an orc and a skeleton guy.
Oh, crazy.
Yeah, but I mean, this is just the beta. So I mean, like they've got different dice you can do for everyone.
This is not bad.
No,
Like, this is legit. Like,
yeah,
holy smoke. This is good. Like, I mean, that little interaction, walking around, even allowing like the idea of me jumping in the skeleton ball pit.
yes,
I mean, it took it and ran with it.
yeah, yeah. I mean, that's why I was saying this is a legit one that, I mean, you could play solo, and from what I was reading, you can actually have multiple people join and go along in it. Like every person could play one character.
Now there's a question: if I pay for this, does everyone else have to pay for it?
Yes, because everyone has their own turns, I think is how it works. I don't know for sure. I could be wrong.
Okay, because they could just eat off my turns, eat
Yeah.
off my plate, you know. Let's keep going. This is fun. I'm gonna keep going. I keep going for a little bit until I run out of turns. Was it like 60 turns or something?
75.
75? Okay. Feel like I wasted like 20 just messing around in there.
Hmm.
The party continues to head north, following the road and entering into the next area.
As the group looks north toward the shadowed, winding path into the forest, a quiet realization settles over everyone. That road leads away from everything you've committed to here.
Oh, really? Thanks.
Yes, even though that was going up, which is normally north, you actually want to go south to the town of Haven.
The party turns around. They all look at each other and think, "No, we're not done here. Let's head south, heading towards the town of Haven."
The party shares a knowing look, the weight of the road ahead fading as you all turn your backs on the lonely northern path. Your future, after all, is not in the shadows of the past. You head south, following the dusty road back toward the village of Haven. The air feels a little lighter, and the familiar winding track of the dried-up riverbed guides you toward the centre of town. You arrive at the old bridge. It's a bustling little hub of activity, the wooden structure groaning slightly under the weight of travellers. You recall that old Tobias, the local town crier, is said to be somewhere nearby, and he might be just the person to point you in the right direction. What does the party want to do?
Do they show the town? No. Okay. The group goes into the nearest tavern to ask for any advice that they might be able to accumulate from the barkeep.
Old Tobias beams warmly. Welcome to Haven, travellers. I'm old Tobias, the town crier. You look weary from your journey.
It caught
Before
up.
you get settled in town, you can sell any extra weapons and armour you might have found at Thurin Helmsplitter's blacksmith shop on the East Bank, near the old Ranger's Tower. If you're up to it, he might have a job for you. Ask him about the old silver mine. With the village crier's advice fresh in your minds, you stand at the centre of the bridge. The East Bank, where the blacksmith shop lies, is just a short walk away, or perhaps you'd prefer to head toward the West Bank for a stiff drink at the tavern, as you originally planned. What would you and your companions like to do next?
Fucking genius, dude. You even caught it.
Mm-hmm.
What do I want to do? What do I want to do? What do I want to do?
Well, the next thing that you're supposed to do is talk to Thurin. Now, if you go to your maps, you should have Haven on there, and you should be able to see all the different places you could go to Haven.
We're here.
Yeah. Now
The party heads towards the tavern to get a stiff drink. As they're drinking and imbibing and having a good time, realizing that they made it to the town, they ask the barkeep, "So, what kind of information can you give us? What happens? And that's where I go every time I
Ollis,
enter town,
the
you
bald,
know?
white-bearded dwarf, pauses in his work
Shut the
and leans his
fuck up. It
arms on the
just figured
bar,
it out,
a
dude.
knowing look
Mhm.
crossing his face. Information, is it? You've come to the right place.
Yep.
Though, I must warn you, the stories in Haven are often as dry as the riverbed outside. He pulls a few fresh mugs from under the counter and begins to fill them with a hearty, dark ale. Since you're new to these parts, the most useful thing I can tell you is to keep your boots clean and your ears open. Folks around here tend to be tight-lipped, but they know plenty about the trouble brewing in the wastes and the secrets buried in the ruins. If you're looking for work, Thurin Helmsplitter over on the East Bank is always looking for brave or desperate souls to help with his projects at the old silver mine. And if you're feeling a bit more magically inclined, there's always talk of strange happenings near the Wizard's Quarter to the west.
It's
He pushes
always
the
good to
filthy
go to
mugs
the
across the
barkeep
counter,
first,
his eyes twinkling.
you know?
But drink up first. You've earned it. What is it the rest of you are curious about?
The party turns towards each other, lifting their keggers, slapping them out once against each other, screaming "Huzzah!" as they down their drinks.
The common room of the Wandering Goat rings with the hearty sound of wood hitting wood as the party toasts their arrival, their joyous booming cheer of huzzah, turning a few heads among the weary locals nursing their own drinks. All chuckles, wiping a spot on the bar with a rag as he watches you all drain your mugs. Spirits are high for such a late hour, I'll give you that. It's a rare and welcome sight in a place like Haven. He leans back in, his expression turning a bit more serious, lowering his voice just enough to be heard
See?
over the
There
crackling
we
of
go.
the hearth.
There we
You
go.
asked for information. If you're really looking to make a name for yourselves, Thurin Helmsplitter is your best bet for steady coin at the old silver mine, as I said. But if you're the type to go looking for the kind of trouble that doesn't pay in gold, there's been whispers coming from the Wizard's Quarter to the west. Things,
Yeah.
odd lights, strange sounds, that don't sit right with the old-timers who still live nearby. Not the sort of thing you'd want to stumble into without a plan. He pauses, looking each of you in the eye. So what'll it be? Looking to sweat for a paycheck at the mine? Or are you the sort to go poking around where the shadows start to get a bit too long?
We lay coin on the counter, thanking him for his hospitality as we head out towards the ironsmith.
Ollis waits patiently, his hand still resting on the bar as he looks at you, clearly expecting the group to weigh their options after that rousing toast. Well, the night's still young enough for a bit of trouble if you've got the stomach for it. Are we looking at steady work at the silver mine? Or are you feeling like investigating those strange lights in the wizard?
Didn't they mention something in blacksmith? The party heads towards the blacksmith in order to sell any loot that they have acquired along the way.
The party leaves the bridge behind, the wind whistling softly past the worn statue of the warrior on the east bank as you make your way toward the blacksmith's shop. You can see the dark silhouette of the abandoned ranger's tower rising up against the night sky nearby.
So good, dude.
Its lonely presence a stark reminder of the tales old Tobias shared. You stand now before the threshold of Thurin Helmsplitter's shop. How would you like to proceed?
The party enters the blacksmith, greeting the owner with a cheerful hello, asking, "Can we please see your wares, or would you like to see ours?"
Thurin wipes his soot-stained hands on a heavy leather apron, nodding toward the forge. I'm always looking for quality gear, or to part with some of mine for a fair price. What have you brought to show me, or are you in the market for something new? He gestures to the iron-wrought racks lining the walls of the shop, where a variety of blades and armor pieces are displayed. Go on then, what's on your mind? If you'd like to browse his wares, I can show you what he has. If you'd like to sell something, just let me know which items from your inventory you're interested in offloading.
Should have an
Where's
inventory
the-
button over there on the left. If you scroll down, see you got a scroll bar there. You got
Yeah.
inventory. Or you can click on his face and it's got like a sell, just like a video game menu, and you can sell things that
Mhm.
way.
Huh?
Like if you close that, yeah.
Oh, check that out.
Yep.
Word.
So like right now you're looking to buy.
Spike turns toward Thorin, asking if he has any daggers available in his shop so he can purchase.
Thurin slides the dagger across the workbench, the cold steel gleaming under the low, flickering light of the forge. Fine piece of work, that. Sharp enough to split a hair and strong enough to see you through whatever trouble you find in the wastes. Take good care of it. He wipes his hands on his apron again, his gaze lingering on the group. Now that you're equipped, you didn't travel all the way to a smithy just for a blade, did you? You mentioned asking about the silver mine earlier. I'm listening, if that's what's on your mind. The forge crackles and pops, throwing long dancing shadows against the log walls of the shop.
Too good.
What would the party like to do?
Christ. Buffy lowers her voice, asking, what details do you have that you can give us so that we can better prepare ourselves for the mines?
Thurin looks up from his anvil, his expression darkening. Ah, the silver mine. Used to be the lifeblood of Haven, back when it was producing. But the veins ran dry over the years. Most of the clans moved on, seeking richer strikes elsewhere. A few stubborn families stayed, mine included. He sets down his hammer with a heavy sigh. The mine was fully depleted, but my uncle Sergoff and the last few miners, they decided to dig deeper. Desperate times, you understand. They broke through into some old tunnels and... He shakes his head. No one came out. A few brave souls ventured in after. Some never returned, and the ones who did spoke of strange sounds echoing in the darkness. Could have been a cave-in, poison gas, or maybe... He pauses, meeting your eyes intently. Maybe they woke something that should have stayed sleeping. My family has made peace with Sergoff's death, but my aunt still wonders what happened down there. If you're willing to brave that cursed mine and bring back some proof of his fate, anything that would give us closure, I'll pay you 60 gold for your trouble. Regarding the location, he adds, head south from Haven along the Lackwater Road until you reach the old well. From there, look for an old path leading west into the hills. It'll take you right to the cave entrance. Be careful. We don't know if it collapsed or if they woke up something deep inside. All we know is that no one comes back. With the blacksmith's heavy task now laid before you, the shop feels a little colder and quieter. Where does the party plan to go from here? And how shall you prepare for the journey into the hills?
You should prepare for the journey by selling some of the stuff you don't need and then buying at least a little bit of armor, just a heads up.
You went there?
Yes, you paid 100 for the dagger that you bought, so all of your gold.
Did it buy it though?
Huh? I think so.
Did it buy it?
Go to inventory, because you have no gold right now.
My inventory?
Yeah. Yeah, close that.
I have no gold. You're right.
Go to Spike. Yep, see?
Yeah.
There's your dagger. Okay. So you've now equipped the dagger.
Yeah.
Oh, and it will kill your party, by the way, if you go in unprepared. I've lost
It'll
3.
PK?
Oh yeah. Yep.
Fuck.
And you can't bring them back unless you go to the like the healer to the shrine to pay however much it is to bring them back, which I don't know how much that is yet. But yeah, I lost 3 characters, and in a battle later on, and yeah, they're dead.
How do I give armor to different players?
If you're in your inventory, so like, who do you want to give that to?
Spike. He's not wearing anything.
Click on it, and then give to Spike. Yeah.
And then Giles is a paladin.
Yep.
I saw a bronze necklace featuring arcane symbol of his name.
If it just says treasure, then that's just something you sell.
Yeah, I realize it.
Okay.
But I also equipped the ceremonial crown temporarily to her because it was funny.
Yeah.
So I'd like to keep it just to the thought of her having it on her head.
Just so she can wear it from time to time.
Yeah, it's 35 gold. Is that 35 gold? It's all gold, huh?
Yeah. But now you're just looking at its value. Of course, when you sell it, it's going to be like half that.
Yeah, of course, it's never
Yeah.
what it's actually worth.
Now, if whenever you look here, you can see that Kopesh blade, because of what
Yeah,
it has opportunity attack, whereas the
yeah.
short sword has Vex.
Vex power attack.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, strike normal weapon damage. Yeah, I'm gonna give this to equip it to her, and then Angel. What does he have?
None of them have any armor.
Sorry. Okay. So armor.
Yeah, you can buy hide armor for I think 10 or something like that from Thurin, and like cloth armor, which is the same as leather, is like 5 2 or something like that.
11.
Oh yeah.
11. So, okay.
But you got to sell stuff first.
Sell. Here, you want to buy this arm bone?
Yeah, he gives you nothing for it.
Yeah, he can have it though.
Yeah.
Travel rations, not giving him that. Short sword, I'll sell. Long sword, I guess I'll sell too. Necklace. The ceremonial crown, because I do need the money. That sling is spike sling, isn't it? I think.
No, I think that because you're on Buffy right now, so I think Spike
Yeah.
should have his own. If you click on Spike up there, you'll see what he's got. Yeah, so he's still
He's
got
on
the sling
sling.
and a torch. So
1d4 piercing, and what is the one that? Yeah. 1d4 slashing. I'm gonna give this a spike, and then I'll sell spike. Oh, it won't buy it. Okay.
yeah. So then if you go back to buy, and then let's see what there's. Yeah, padded armor gives you AC of 11, same as leather, but it only costs
Buffy's not
5.
wearing any armor,
Yep, none of them are wearing any armor.
even though she's wearing.
Yeah,
It's really interesting how it takes the imagery and runs with it. It's like coded, which is really cool.
yeah.
You know.
And
So
she's really, I mean, for an AI, she's really quick to come back with comments and stuff, using the things that you've given her. So now you'll want to, yeah, then you'll want to.
who else goes in close range? I guess Spike, but I already gave him leather armor. Willow will never go in short range.
Yeah,
He's short range. Giles,
Paladin.
I guess.
Yeah, yeah, he's all close range.
So. Oh, I see 20. Is that how many turns I have left?
Yep.
Oh man, I wasted so much just fucking around.
Yeah, you did. But it was fun.
It was fun. Where's the other? I thought I bought 2 armors. Is she double equip?
No.
Yeah, the other?
You clicked on the person. You got to click on inventory so you can see everyone's inventory.
This is all the inventory she has, right?
Yeah, that's all Buffy's got. There's Spike. Hello. Angel. I guess maybe you put it on.
I thought I bought 2 because there were 10 each. I had 25 gold left. So every time I talk, does that count as a turn? Every time I talk,
Yes.
that's not fun. How many turns do you get for 20 bucks? Let me see. I feel like I would.
For 20 bucks,
1600
you get
turns?
1,600 a month.
Yeah. For 40, you get however many. 4,000. How many turns do you think it would take to get through a campaign?
Oh,
God,
I don't know.
thousands?
I paid the $10, and I'm going through.
About 10 hours of solo play?
Yeah.
Or up to 50 hours. See? So if you play with a party and they all pay this amount, you get
Yeah.
110 hours of multiplayer play.
Yep.
How many turns does it give you initially? You said 75?
Yeah, the free is 75.
I'm already at 25. I haven't done much but communicate. That's crazy that the communication part counts as a turn. And me walking them around counts as a turn? I think that needs to be changed. You know?
If
It
you're
should be like,
talking, it's making it think. Now, I
yeah,
think
so
if
it
you use
talks.
the menu and you just do the clicking to make a move, I don't think that counts as a turn.
Mm.
So when you're talking to it, every time you talk, that's a turn.
No, I want to talk a lot.
Well, you're
I,
going to
I
pay a
feel like
lot.
I burned through it really fast, you know? Yeah.
But the main thing, compared to all the other ones, it's really good. I mean, compared to how the rest of them work, which are just like, I mean, they're basically just text things.
I'm listening.
Yeah, and that's what I was saying is this is a million times better than any other one that I've messed with so far. Now it's not perfect. There's definitely some issues with it. If somebody dies, anything that they did not have in their inventory, anything they had equipped, I never found a way to get it off the body, and so it just
Oh,
got
really?
lost. Yeah,
That kind of sucks.
it said it did, but it never went into anyone's inventory. So I don't know.
Right.
And then I added new people to the party and removed them, so I never saw what it would be to actually resurrect them. Actually, I
Okay.
wonder if. Okay, where is?
See, I just bought another set of armor. I don't know where the fuck it is. Sorry, I need to watch my mouth. I don't know where the heck it is.
Hit refresh on the page.
Like, reload the whole page?
Yeah, hit that. Now go back and look at your inventory. So Buffy doesn't have it.
Did it get auto-equipped?
Nope, nor nothing that auto equips that I'm aware of. Yeah, it just glitched on you. Go over on the right hand side and you see where it says it's got a button that says fix. So all right, so close that. Don't do that. Just actually click on the talk and say, I've bought 2 things of leather armor, but neither have appeared in my inventory.
I purchased 2 sets of leather armor and they have not appeared in my inventory.
I am sorry, but I do not see any lead armor in your inventory. And looking at Thurin's current stock, he does not appear to have any lead armor available for purchase. Perhaps there was some confusion when you were looking at...
I purchased 2 sets of leather armor and they are not in my inventory.
I apologize for the confusion. I have checked the inventory again, and it appears that those 2 sets of leather armor were not successfully added. Would you like me to purchase 2 more sets of leather armor for you now? Or is there something else you would like to do while we are here at the shop?
That's a turn. Motherfucker.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it knows that they weren't successfully put into my inventory, but it won't do anything about it. Look, that counted as 2 turns.
No, it counted as 1. It just had it didn't count it until afterwards. Go to your inventory. See if it added them anywhere. Nope. Maybe try specifying that Buffy purchased 2 sets of leather armor, but they do not appear in her inventory. Please add them to her inventory.
Buffy purchased 2 sets of leather armor, but they are not in her inventory. Please add 2 sets of leather armor to Buffy's inventory.
I apologize for the misunderstanding. It appears the party's gold is insufficient for that purchase. You currently have 3 gold in the party treasury, and 2 sets of leather armor would cost 20 gold. Is there anything else you would like to handle here before heading out? Or
that
perhaps you'd like to
broken.
check your inventories or gather supplies elsewhere?
And that's what I'm saying. It's not perfect. There's definitely some things like that happen.
How do I leave without talking to the AI?
Where do you want to go next?
I have to tell it where I want to go, huh?
Yep. So whenever you but instead of saying I want to go back to town and then saying I want to go to the silver mine, you can actually just from right here say the party heads to the silver mine.
Yeah, but I want to go I want to go talk to the barkeep and activate the quest for the other place. The wizards. What was it? Wizard something? Is this show script?
Yeah. Events. Where? I don't remember. Go to party.
Here we go.
Yeah. Well, he was just telling you something happens there. He didn't actually have a quest for that.
He asked about it a couple of times.
He did. He said something's going on over there, but nobody knows what. So that would be up to you to go investigate it and find the quest.
Yeah, but I wanted to go investigate it, but I don't know what it's called, and I don't want the AI to think too hard about it. You know what I mean?
Well, it's somewhere over at the Wizard's Tower. I haven't even found that quest yet.
Yeah, because you never go talk to you always talk to the barkeeps.
I did talk to the barkeep. He actually has a quest to go kill some rats in his attic.
Really?
Yes, he does.
Did you finish kill rats in his attic?
Once you finish the silver mine, you then get to go fight some rats.
The party heads towards the silver mine.
There's actually multiple ways.
The party has arrived at the overgrown path leading to the old silver mine. The air here is heavy and still, carrying a musty, earthy scent underscored by something foul and organic. Fragments of rusted equipment and splintered ore carts are half buried in the dust at your feet, and the dark, foreboding entrance to the mine looms before you, draped in glistening spider webs. From the depths, the faint sound of skittering echoes against the stone. The entrance stands open, inviting you into the darkness of the mountain. It is a grim sight, and the weight of the task ahead feels palpable. How would you like to proceed? Shall you inspect the entrance and the debris closer, or will you venture directly into the mine?
Does there any benefit to searching? See, I want to do whatever I want to do, but it just costs so much.
That is the thing. Yes, it does. So
I don't want to pay for it right now.
Huh.
So
I mean,
party
I've
enters
recorded like
the
almost this whole thing, so we can.
enters the mine. Yeah, we should use it. You
Yeah.
know.
The party has stepped into the entrance chamber of the old silver mine, and the air here is thick with dust and a pervasive foul odour that makes your stomach turn. The chamber is quiet, but it is not empty. You can see the dark silhouette of a chest tucked away in the southwest corner of the chamber, though it looks undisturbed, covered in a fine layer of grey dust. To the south, the stone passage that Thurin spoke of descends into the shadows, a narrow, jagged corridor that seems to be the only way forward into the deeper parts of the mine. As you stand there, the silence is broken by a faint, wet skittering sound echoing from the darkness of the passage ahead. How would you like to handle the situation?
Find out what happens next in your own Dungeons Deep AI if you have the money for it. You can make it farther with your free 75 turns if you don't have as much fun, such as jumping into a ball pit of giant human bone remains room thingy. Gamers Waystation is not affiliated with dungeonsdeep.ai. This is our own little playthrough, but you can choose to play through it more serious, be more outlandish. That doesn't mean we're not open to, if somebody wants to sponsor something, hey, I'm listening. Send me a message. My people talk to your people call my people. I am my people. But hey, thanks for watching Gamers Space Station.